Libra, what's up, my dude? Let's see what it is your guides want you to know going into 2024. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please consider doing so. We are popping all the way off in 2024, making these readings more consistent things. So let's get into it. What do your guides want you to know going into 2024? Connect me to the truest and highest message for Libra going into 2024. Whoa. Whoa, we got a lot. Okay, adjustments are required. A time for healing. Lord, you got a lot. Believe in the impossible. Oh my goodness. It just keeps going. Luck is on your side. Step out of your comfort zone. And a new romantic cycle begins. Bruh, that card has been coming out for quite a few people. And then, last but certainly not least, we have Leo coming through. Don't let pride get in your way. You know, the blessing and the curse for you guys is that you can see both sides of everything. And I think that in the past, that's kind of had you in this chokehold of being frozen and not really taking much action on things. And this year, I really see your guides encouraging you to make the necessary action steps to allow yourself to really push forward. The way that they're showing it to me is just calmly hammering in a fence along your property line. Like that's the vibe that I'm getting here, is like allow yourself to really set up camp where you want to and to create those boundaries necessary to let yourself just show up. Like good things are headed your way, Libra. It really feels like when you let yourself believe that that's possible for you and to stop trying to like negate every fucking thing that you do, then massive shifts happen for you. Like luck is on your side, a new romantic cycle begins, a time for healing, step out of your comfort zone. These things right here, don't let pride get in your way and adjustments are required, are like gentle suggestions to really prep you for the impossible being possible. It's just that you have to let yourself kind of pick a side of the fence, Libra. You can't just keep saying, well, this is possible and that could be possible and that might not be, and calculating all of the angles. They're like, you need to release that this year so that you can get to this place of really healing that fear that you have around just choosing a side. It just feels like defending your beliefs this year is a perfectly reasonable thing to do. Like this is how this is coming through. Defending your beliefs is a perfectly reasonable thing to do. So Spirit, what else would you like Libra to know going into 2024? Six of Wands, victory. Ooh, with the Six of Cups as the underlying energy. You know, I just get like this really strong energy of your inner child just really wanting this safe space. And I think that your guides are communicating to you that 2024 really holds the energy of that safe space for your inner child. You know, in the past, you might not have felt safe to say how you were actually feeling. To me, it feels like I keep getting this image of people arguing and then looking at you and being like, well, and you just being like, well, I can kind of see how that person's feeling and that person's feeling, but you don't want to speak up because like, you know that they just want you to choose a side. And so instead you just kind of clam up. And what Spirit's trying to tell you is that, baby, you don't need to clam up this year. The foundation is laid for you to communicate exactly how it is you want to, that you will be victorious in sharing your ideas and sharing your point of view and defending the things that you give a shit about. Even and if that is like fairness and justness and seeing both sides and communicating that perspective on things, they're really saying this is the year that you are supported, that it's not as scary out in these streets, you know? You can share your point of view on things. If you know about human design, this is feeling very much like projector energy. And if you're not familiar with what human design is, I fully encourage you to get a human design reading from me. There's a link in my description of this video that you can check it out to see what your human design is, to understand your own internal navigation system a little bit better and all of that good stuff. But all I'm saying is that this is giving heavy projector energy, which is just knowing that you possess divine wisdom and knowing when it is appropriate to share that wisdom and when it is just a waste of your resource, you know? King of Wands in reverse and the Ten of Wands in reverse. So the Ten of Wands, when it's in reverse, is releasing of a burden that's not worth having. And with this King of Wands in reverse, it feels like halted progress, just like stamping out your own fire, stamping out your own flame, your own passions, your own direction. And with all of this wand energy coming up and with a new romantic cycle showing up for you too, it just feels like your guides are really trying to make it clear to you that you are fully in your rights to choose who gets to be in your space and who doesn't, who gets to receive your wisdom and who doesn't. Because I just see you realizing how many times in your past you have held space for people who didn't really prove to be worth the energy. And this year you're really recognizing your own fucking crown, giving yourself your roses and just being like, okay, we learned those lessons. We're releasing that burden. We're concluding that cycle. And your guides are really saying like, bruh, like luck is on your side. Step out of your comfort zone, really engage in that. You know, you learned the lesson. Okay, so then don't repeat it. And they're going to hold you to it, you know? Let's get you some cards from the Yogi Path. All right, what else is there for Libra going into 2024? Oh, I love that. Atman, and then we have Rajas in reverse. And the underlying energy, is karma in reverse, which is interesting because Libra, you're the karmic scales. So interesting that would show up in reverse. So the Atman represents infinite aspect of the soul. You have now begun to see glimpses of the divinity that exists within you, and there's so much more to experience. You are filled with limitless potential and have realized that the only obstacle that exists are within the mind. You have reached a deeper connection to your highest self, the immortal aspect of your existence, the very seed of your soul. Your meditation has unveiled hidden depths of your true being and allowed you to experience the vastness that exists inside you. You have become aware that you are a microcosm of the greater macrocosm, a reflection of the universe. Now bring this expansiveness into the everyday and watch your life unfold. Rajas represents dynamic movement, aggression, and energy. When there is more rajas than sattva, the mind becomes hyperactive and restless. You have been so caught up in the achievement phase that you may have lost sight of why you are even doing all of this and the greater purpose of life. Truth. You are regularly overexerting yourself, both mentally and physically, without allowing the proper rest you need to recharge. You may have recently been feeling easily agitated, anxious, jealous, materialistic, aggravated, or fearful, emotions that are not aligned with your highest self. You have already done so much. It's time to recharge your batteries, care for your vessel, connect with nature, and reflect on the deeper purpose of life. You are a human being, not a human doing. Steer clear of spicy foods and consume a more sattvic diet. Trade in your powerlifting or spinning for calming yoga. And then karma in reverse. Negative karma. Sometimes we take a wrong turn and move away from the direction of our dharma. At first, it can feel like a poke, which becomes a punch, and can eventually manifest as an accident if you continue to ignore it. This isn't the universe going against you, but rather sending messages that you're taking the wrong course and must shift gears to come back to alignment with your Dharma. Take a break from social media, television, and all social obligations and use that time to reflect. When did things begin to be difficult? What decisions did you make around that time? What alternatives could have better suited your soul purpose? State your commitment to surrendering to your highest self and doing the work it takes to get there. Things will change as soon as you do. All right, Libra, you've been ready. You've been ready to share your wisdom and your point of view with the people that matter and to have peace around not communicating and not sharing your wisdom with some certain people or groups or whatever it is, not opening yourself up to that shit. Because the second that you do create that boundary and that knowing and you release that burden and that energy around it, beautiful things happen for you. Karmic scales get into balance, and you being the karmic scales, you're meant to be in balance. So let's get you guys a song. This is the Goddess Vibes playlist, which is linked in the description of this video. So anyways, let's see what we have for you, Libra. Aw, proud of myself. I love it. Ooh, at 4:14 right now too. All right, Libra, so that is what I am seeing for you and what your guides want you to know going into 2024. Let me know how this resonates for you and what came up for you. I'm curious. And if you haven't already subscribed, please consider doing so. We're gonna be, oh, I already said all this shit. Anyways, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.